Hey guys, Nathan here, Mom's Crook here, today bringing you a domination on the map Nuketown 2025. This is not my gameplay, it's my friend Dylan's gameplay, so shout out to him for going through all the hell of rendering all these clips in theater. For all you guys that do not know, you only can render 2-minute clips, so he had to pretty much render 2-minute clips, and it took about 20-30 minutes each, so it's easily a couple hours of rendering just for the small gameplay. So shout out to you, and I couldn't, honestly myself, I wouldn't have enough patience to do that. But anyways, we have two things to talk about today. One is harassment. Yes, it's serious things to talk about, and some consequences of people that harass other people, and what's going to happen to this one kid that's harassing me. And the second topic is a little review on the iPhone 5S. For all you guys that do have an iPhone 5, 4S, 4, 3GS, 3, 2G. Out there, is this phone really worth it? And it won't be a big review, it'll just be a small review for all you guys, Android guys, people out there like, oh, another Apple phone out there he needs to talk about. Jeez, when will he stop? I feel you, I know you feel. So anyways, sit back, relax, hope you enjoy, and let's talk about the iPhone 5S. The iPhone 5S is the first smartphone in the world to feature a 64-bit chip in the phone. Yes, this is true, and it is 2 times as fast as the iPhone 5. Now, that may sound good, right? But as of now, there's not any app or application or game or whatever that actually takes advantage of this chip. So, people with the iPhone 5 out there, this isn't a necessary upgrade for you guys unless you want the fingerprint scanner. The iPhone 5S will be 2 times faster in the future when the apps that are designed for 64-bit architecture are actually released, but as of now, you will not see much of a speed increase. The LTE chip is supposedly upgraded, but honestly, I have not seen much LTE difference between my friend's iPhone 5s and my 5S as of now. So that must be some just gimmick. The fingerprint scanner or Touch ID on the phone is really accurate. By really accurate, I mean 8 out of 10 times it actually works. Of course, the way Touch ID works is when you want to set up a fingerprint, it takes 5 to 10 images of your fingerprint itself. By the way, the fingerprint scanner, as they call it, is actually just pretty much a mini camera on the home button screen that detects your finger. So once it detects the finger, it takes a little picture of your finger and stores it on the A7 chip, so the NSA, whatever, cannot get your fingerprint. But anyways, how Touch ID works is it does 5 to 10 images, makes 5 to 10 images of your fingerprint, and then when you put your fingerprint on the home button, it tries to match with one of those images it took with your fingers, and if it matches, it lets you in the phone. If it doesn't, it gives you try again. Pretty obvious that. So any of you guys out there with an iPhone 5, this is not really worth the upgrade unless you want to pay about $500 to get out of your little 2-year contract or whatever. Even if you're off contract, if you really want to throw $600-700 away for a new, just have the newest phone out there, be my guest. But this isn't much of an upgrade. Next year, this will certainly be an option that you might want to consider getting. The iPhone 5S, when the new apps are designed, they're going to need better hardware, and that 64-bit chip inside the phone itself is going to actually come in handy. So to rate the smartphone, little small thing, it is a good phone. For all you guys that want an iPhone, I recommend you start out with this phone, or at least the 5C. The 5C is an iPhone 5 with plastic on it. Either way, they're both good. The phone's good, and yeah. So anyways, the second topic, which I pretty much hope you guys do take some interest in consideration what's been going on lately. Pretty much harassing in general. I honestly don't really support it. Over Call of Duty, if people start trash talking you and stuff like that, it's not really harassing, because it's I don't really consider it harassing when it's said towards me, because Call of Duty is a game where trash talking, we're all used to it. We've done it sometime in our Call of Duty career. So no one's innocent of this trash talk, and no one's guilty. Actually, everyone's guilty of this trash talk. But in real life, it does, in real life there's a difference. If it keeps happening over and over again, it is harassment. And pretty much one of these little so-called buddies of mine decided to pretty much, I don't know, I wouldn't even consider him a friend from the start, because all he does is pretty much tries to get people upset, and when it works, he keeps on going and going. Now, you know who you are out there. I'm not going to say any names, but you're probably watching this video right now. And I hope you feel better about yourself knowing that you're going to get in serious trouble for what you've been doing, posting my name, my location of my house, and my school. Also my phone number, my my county, my city, wherever I live, on the internet. That's a federal offense and is a misdemeanor. And you can get fined and or sentenced. Not, I don't know sentencing, but you can get in trouble for that, and definitely suspension from school. So yeah, any of you guys out there that do this stuff, I recommend you stop right now. Not from personal experience, but just from what I'm learning from other people, that if you keep on doing it, there are serious consequences. Because not humans weren't put into this world to deal with harassment, or I'll put it in this way: people aren't, going to school to deal with bullies and harassment and stuff like that. Everybody's put in school to obviously learn and socialize, because without socializing skills you can't really succeed in life. And that's just that's what I think. If you can't socialize, you're not going to be a success in life, unless you're the richest person in the world and you don't have to apply for a job or anything. Then that's a little exception. But it's not really that it's upsetting me that much, but it is ridiculous that I do have to go to school with people that treat me like this. Now, not really people, there's a select few, and you know who you are, so props up to you for making me feel terrible. But I have lots of friends out there, and I really do appreciate you guys that have my back. It really does mean a lot to me. And I'll get this situated tomorrow. We're going to talk to the principal. You call me a snitch, I really don't care, but we're going to talk to the principal about this tomorrow, about how this harassment issue has been going on, and hopefully it's resolved. So yeah, problem solved. But I've been dealing with this. Well, last year it was pretty much the same thing, but it kind of settled down. It wasn't that bad. But this year I'm really considering switching schools because of the fact that people are dicks, okay? And girl problems is a contributing factor to me switching schools. I don't really like how people, guys or girls, treat you trash when you treat them really nicely. Like you put them high on your, high on your priority, and they put you like low. You know what I mean? This isn't just girls talking about guys or guys talking about girls. Everybody does this, but it's not right. I value more of others. I value more of others' feelings than mine. So if you're upset, I will do whatever I can to drop down and help you, no matter how it hurts me. I mean, I'm just that type of person. I'm really nice, and yeah, sadly, being nice, you get taken advantage of a lot. It just tells you to be a stronger person and not to fall for other people's BS. But yeah, I don't know how I got to the talking about that stuff, but yeah, harassment. You shouldn't do it. And if you're being harassed, talk to somebody. Don't freaking hold it over, because if you're just gonna hold it in, you're just putting up with other people's BS, and you shouldn't have to. Don't give in. Just tell a teacher, tell a person, tell a parent, tell anybody to get help, because if it keeps going on and you're not talking about anything, you're just hurting yourself more than you're hurting anyone else. Since the other people don't know what's going on, and you're just sitting there putting up with the BS every day, it's just ridiculous. And I'm in the same situation right now, but I actually spoke out, and things are being done about it. So just learn from my mistake. Honestly, my mistake in the first mistake, when the situation was not telling anybody. But once I tell somebody, people do something about it. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay from Dylan. I don't really know what the final score was. I believe it was 50-3 from what I heard, but it was a damn good gameplay. I really don't use MSMC much since they patched it. That's pretty much calling myself a noob, but good gameplay. And if you guys want to submit gameplay to my channel, feel free. Just inbox me on anywhere pretty much. I don't care. Twitter. If you guys have my Facebook, then message me on Facebook, and YouTube, obviously. I can easily do gameplays on Xbox, PS3. If you do submit an Xbox gameplay, pretty much just either you record it and send me the video file, or do what Dylan did and render it all out for me. Anyways, if you're on PS3, then you get the easy job and just putting me in a lobby, having me record it, tell me what you want me to talk about, and it's that easy. So yeah, guys, it's me signing out here. I will see you guys later. Bye.